Okay, let's be real for a second. The airport, it can be the absolute worst part of your vacation, right? But you know what? It really doesn't have to be. We're about to pull back the curtain on all the insider secrets that turn a stressed out traveler into a total pro. Seriously, get ready, because how you fly is about to change completely. So, does the idea of heading to the airport just fill you with dread? You know the feeling. The super long lines, that chaos at the gate, and that constant nagging voice in your head saying you're going to miss your flight or you're wasting a ton of money. Yeah, if that sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. But guess what? There is a much, much better way to do this. So look at this. On one side, you've got the rookie traveler. They're stressed, they look kind of lost, and they're just reacting to all the chaos around them. Then on the other side, you've got the pro. They're calm, they're efficient, and they're moving through the airport with a plan. Our goal here is super simple. We're going to give you the secrets that'll move you right over into that pro traveler column for good. All right, let's get into it. And the whole thing starts way before you even get to the terminal. A pro traveler's journey actually begins at home. It's all about that smart prep that just gets rid of the biggest airport headaches before they even have a chance to start. Okay, first things first, we need to bust a massive myth. You might have heard of this thing called check-in chicken. The idea is that if you wait till the very last minute to check in, you'll score a free upgrade. Yeah, no. The reality is airlines sell almost all of their premium seats. So when you wait, you're not playing some clever game. You're basically playing Russian roulette with your seat assignment. You're way more likely to get stuck in a dreaded middle seat or worse, get bumped from the flight altogether. Ah, the security line. This is where you can really spot the pros. I mean, they just sail right through, don't they? That's because they prepped at home. Their laptop is already out, their liquids are in that one little clear bag, their shoes are easy to slip off. Meanwhile, someone's having a meltdown, digging through their bag, and holding up the entire line. Look, the best way to avoid all that stress is just to follow that simple rule. 2 hours early for domestic, 3 for international. It's not a suggestion, it's like a sanity buffer. Okay, so you made it through security. Phew. Now you're in the terminal, and let's be honest, a terminal is basically just a giant mall that happens to have airplane gates attached. And it is designed to do one thing and one thing only: get you to spend your money. So let's talk about how to navigate it like a total pro. You ever noticed how the plushest, comfiest chairs are always right in front of the most expensive stores? Yeah, that is not a coincidence. It's a very deliberate design strategy, and it's called revenue seating. The airport puts the best seats near the shops on purpose, hoping you'll get bored and start spending. Just knowing that, that's your first line of defense. All right, let's talk about the big financial traps. That duty-free shop, that so-called bargain bottle of booze, is probably going to get confiscated at your connecting flight. Those currency exchange kiosks, their rates are just terrible. Seriously, wait and use an ATM at your destination. And please do not buy the $5 bottle of water. That is the classic rookie mistake. The pro move? Bring your own empty bottle. Fill it up for free after security. I'm telling you, these little habits will save you so much money. And now for the final boss of the airport experience, the boarding gate. This is, without a doubt, the most chaotic part of the whole journey. And it's where the difference between a rookie and a pro is just crystal clear. Remember, this part is all about strategy, not about being the first one in line. Oh, you know exactly who I'm talking about. The second a gate agent even walks toward the desk, this massive crowd just forms out of nowhere. Believe it or not, people in the airline industry actually have a name for this. They call them gate lice. And it's not just annoying, it's super inefficient. This mob literally blocks people who need to pre-board, like families with kids, slowing the whole process down for every single person. So, yeah, don't be one of those people. So what do the pros do? It's so simple, it's almost genius. 3 steps. Step 1, just ignore the crowd. Your seat has your name on it. It's not going anywhere. Step 2, and this is the real pro hack. Go find a nice, quiet seat at an empty gate right next door. You can still hear everything, but you're completely out of the chaos. And step 3, just relax. Chill out until they call your boarding group. Then you can just calmly stroll up. See? So easy. Okay, here's another awesome insider tip. Listen for that magic announcement when the GOAT agent says the flight is full and they're offering to check carry-on bags for free. When you hear that, jump on it. Seriously, it means you get to waltz onto the plane without having to drag a heavy bag down that tiny aisle or fight for a spot in the overhead bin.
It's just a fantastic way to make that last bit of the airport journey totally stress-free. All right, you're on the plane. Home free, right? You can finally relax. Well, mostly. There are just a few more secrets, this time from the crew's point of view, that are not only going to make your flight better, but could actually keep you a whole lot safer. I hate to break it to you, but your little spot on the plane, it's not nearly as clean as you'd hope. Those tray tables are basically petri dishes. And the coffee or tea, that's made with water from an onboard tank that, well, let's just say its quality can vary. The pro solution couldn't be simpler. Bring your own disinfectant wipes, give your whole area a quick wipe down, and for hydration, just stick to the bottled water you filled up back in the terminal. 55%. Just let that number sink in for a second. That is how much severe, clear air turbulence has increased in just the last few decades. So if you feel like flights have been getting bumpier lately, you're not imagining things. It's a real, documented trend, and it has some pretty serious safety implications. And listen to this quote from the Association of Flight Attendants. Clear air turbulence is the most dangerous kind precisely because it's invisible and unpredictable. Pilots can't see it on their radar like they can a storm. It can hit a perfectly calm flight out of the blue with zero warning. And that is why what I'm about to tell you is probably the single most important piece of advice you'll hear today. That's it. That's the secret. Stay buckled up. Just keep your seatbelt on, loosely fastened anytime you're in your seat. It doesn't matter if the seatbelt sign is off. The overwhelming majority of injuries from turbulence happen to people who aren't buckled in. It's such a simple habit, and it can literally save you from serious injury. Okay, to wrap up, let's nerd out for a minute on 3 awesome design features of the plane you've probably never even noticed. You know how they dim the cabin lights for takeoff and landing? That's not mood lighting. It's to pre-adjust your eyes to the dark in case you need to evacuate. And those little grooves on the bottom of the overhead bins? Those are actually hidden handrails to help you steady yourself. And finally, see those little black triangles on the wall? They point out the windows that have the absolute best view of the wing, so the crew knows where to look during inspections. So, there you have it, from prepping your bag at home to staying buckled up at 35,000 feet. Look, the goal here isn't for you to memorize a giant checklist. It's about shifting your mindset, from just being a passenger who reacts to everything to being a proactive traveler who's in control. So I'll leave you with a question to think about. On your next trip, what's the one rookie habit you're going to ditch for good?